Tournament action here in West Virginia on Video Productions. Andrew Miller alongside my partner, two-time NAIA National Coach of the Year, Bob Bolin. And, of course, we've got to apologize for getting into this ball game late. Game 2 is Shady Spring, the number 1 seed in the section versus the number 4 seed, Riverview. It has been a nightmare internet-wise to try to get this ball game broadcast on the air, but we are here, and we are in the first quarter, 3:40 left, 19-5, Shady Spring with an early lead. Bob, your thoughts immediately in this ball game as we watched the first 5 minutes unfold?
Well, we only missed 3 minutes and 58 seconds, and Shady put up 19 points. So, Shady's been scoring at will. They've been turning defense into offense, scoring off their pressure. And Braden Chapman's came out with 3 field goals to lead Shady.
Riverview early in this ball game, matched shot for shot, actually led early in the game 5-4, and then Shady just continuing to put the pressure on. This is a Shady Spring team that comes in at 21-1 on the season. Their only loss was to Bluefield, the team that we saw the game before this one. Bluefield defeating the number 3 seed Pikeview 91-71. They have advanced to Friday's sectional championship right here. They'll face the winner of this ball game. But again, Shady Spring just lighting it up here in the first quarter. The 2 freshmen, Chapman brothers, getting things going. They average 75.4 points a game on the season. And you want to talk about a schedule. The first 6 games of the season, Fairmont Senior, Robert C. Byrd, Capital, South Charleston, GW, and Woodrow Wilson. That is a murderer's row, and they took care of business throughout.
Oh, Shady got off to a hot start, and they just keep getting better and playing good basketball. Their pressure defense is really what gives people fits.
And as you can see, all the way down the court giving fits to this Riverview team. A 3-pointer put up by Chase Porter is off the mark. Riverview got to this ball game as the 3 falls in again. That's the 3rd for Cole Chapman. Riverview got to this ball game by defeating James Monroe, the 5 seed, in the first round last night. And so they've advanced, and your trophy for winning that game is facing the, for a long time, number 1 team in the state of West Virginia in AA. They are still listed in the Metro News Power Index as the top AA team. In the latest AP poll, Shady is at number 3 behind Chapmanville and Bluefield. But I think they're coming into this game on a mission. They have not made the state tournament, Bob, since 1994.
A guy named Spanky Francis was coaching Shady back in '94, and that's their last trip, and it's been a long drought.
Riverview again, just as Pikeview had aspirations and dreams of an upset, but this one not starting like the first game did. Here's a fast break. LaRose gives it off to one of the 2 Chapman brothers, freshmen, Braden and Cole Chapman. You know a lot about these 2.
Oh, yeah, but excellent pass by LaRose, playing unselfish basketball. Again, a steal and another assist for LaRose with Tommy Williams hitting the 3. So very unselfish play by the senior. And, yeah, the little Chapman brothers, known the Chapman family since those kids were almost since they were born, and they're just ate up with basketball. That's what they love. That's what they like to do. And Shady's already put 30 points on the board.
Chase Porter trying for a settling 3 for the purple and white Riverview Raiders. Can't get it to fall. And this is, again, the first game, Bluefield and Pikeview. That one was, in doubt throughout the first half. Here's another 3, and that's LaRose. And that is the 5th 3, by the way, of the first quarter. And Shady Spring showing immediately why they are listed as one of the top 2-3 teams in the state of West Virginia.
Yeah, LaRose with that great follow-through, knocking down the deep 3.
LaRose transferring to Shady Spring from Nicholas County his first 3 years there. He's a 2,000-point scorer for his career. Also a tremendous football player, just a great athlete all around. He'll be whistled for the foul after the pass to midcourt was stolen by Daniel Dobbs, the 6'3 sophomore forward. Dobbs, in his own right, averaging a double-double on the season. He averages 13.9 points a game, 10.6 rebounds a game for the Raiders.
Yeah, Riverview kind of shell-shocked it doesn't take Shady much time to put points on the board. And with that initial shell shock, when they have 5 people on the floor that can all shoot the three, they can all bounce the ball, get it into the paint, and then they come in with Todd Duncan coming in now, who may be their best three-point shooter from deep. I mean, he can stand still and shoot it from 35. So Shady is blessed with a lot of three-point shooters.
Well, anybody can tell if you just look at the roster for this Shady Spring Tigers team. They are nothing but guards. They have 4 forwards listed, 1 center. They don't have a player above 6'4" on the roster. They are nothing but guard heavy, but they can shoot the lights out. They are quick, aggressive defenders. They like to get up and down the floor, and it's just a nightmare. As you said, it's kind of a quicksand. The harder you fight against it, the harder it gets to get away from this team. So Riverview, though, they're going to give all they've got here in this one.
Yeah. Shady's playing positionless basketball, and that's the new wave, what it went through as Kobe Halstead knocks down the jumper.
And again, that's the first bucket in quite a while for the Raiders, but they needed it badly. 33-7. Backdoor cut from Chapman.
Chapman to Chapman sounds like a law firm.
Yeah, we got to talk about this. People out there watching, there are 2 sets of Chapman twins on this team for Shady. Both are brothers, and all 4 are brothers.
Yeah, we got a set of twins that are freshmen and a set that are senior, as Shady scores 35. They're on pace for 140. 35-7.
Boy, a tough start for the Raiders of Riverview High School. 35-7, Shady on top. Take a break for our sponsors. You're watching Region 2.
Your next car buying experience easy at Mid-State Ford or Northside Automotive at Northside Drive in Summersville. We've got 9 great brands in one giant location: Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat, Ford, Chevy, Buick, GMC. That's right, folks, just off Route 19 in Summersville, West Virginia's premier car dealership, Mid-State Ford and Northside Automotive. Just a short drive from anywhere. Visit us today.
Little General Stores knows West Virginia, but what some may not know is what LG is doing in your communities. And I'm here to tell you how Little General, with the strength of their 100+ stores, is helping to enrich lives and empower families in West Virginia. Like the Norma May Huggins Cancer Research Endowment Fund, which is fighting to cure cancer every day right here in West Virginia. Locally owned and operated, LG has always been there and always will be. Little General Stores, committed to West Virginians. Boom!
Back inside the Princeton Senior High School Gymnasium, getting set for quarter number 2. Right. One of the best teams in the state of West Virginia, showing why they are listed as such. 35-7, Shady Spring all over Riverview, Bob.
5-1. Did you keep up with that one, Andrew? 5-1.
5-1.
5 touchdowns to 1 touchdown. 35-7.
A rare miss on Shady's side of the court will give Riverview an opportunity into the hands of Kobe Halstead. Just 7 points. He had a couple of those in the first quarter. Riverview actually had a lead 5-4 after a 3-point bucket made by Freddie Dawson. And since then, it has been all Shady Spring.
It was a 31-1 run.
Another 3-point attempt on the left wing. That's a nice shot put up and in by Chase Porter.
Yeah, Chase Porter has a nice-looking 3-point shot.
He's got 5 of the 10 points for the Raiders. Chapman and Chapman. As you said, sounds like a law firm. Out top it goes to Duncan. Now they'll work it out top again around the perimeter. Just look at the ball movement for Shady. They'll attack, and that draws the defense in, and they got Williams open for 3, and he misses off the side. Riverview will clear it into the front court. Daniel Dobbs. He'll pull up for 3, trying to keep the momentum going, and that's short. And off of that, transition opportunity for Duncan. His first 3-point attempt. Off the mark, but inside, battling for position. And the putback is Grayson Shepard.
Well, Shady has not had many opportunities for a putback because they've been making everything.
Another 3 put up and in. Heat check time. Chase Porter.
I'll tell you what, they're going to have to do something about the nets here. Their nets are getting caught up on a lot of that. Was deep with a defender right on him. Step back. Porter said, if you all can do it, Shady, watch me do it.
Little General Stores replay. Again, great prices, convenient places. Visit your local Little General stores. I've got one in my hometown. Visit it often.
Yeah.
Here's Chapman in the lane, and I tell you what, you cannot go wrong.
Yeah, and that was Haven Chapman, the post player.
As a broadcaster,
just say Chapman.
Just say Chapman. You get it right. And again, Shady just, again, being dominant here in the first half. Riverview giving a battle, finding some three-point shot opportunities, a couple for Porter. That one missed that time by Freddie Dawson. And they like to get out in transition. Shady, here's a Williams attack to the lane, and he'll be fouled. Reach in that time on Dawson.
Yeah, Andrew, Riverview's in this zone, and a zone defense is only good if it gets deflections and it distorts passing lanes. And they're doing neither of those things. They're kind of just standing, and Shady's getting an open three when they want. Shady's getting a layup when they want. And, they got to be more active with their hands. And, this is the new age zone, not when you and I played. A zone now can be used to run people off of the three-point line, make them dribble and take mid-range jump shots.
And with the way Shady plays so confidently, it's almost as if they've practiced so much it's instinctual. They don't give you a chance. They'll attack the zone before you have a chance to move with it. Three-point opportunity missed, but a offensive rebound. And here's Duncan from way downtown. That's off the mark.
And Shady had 3 opportunities there, just killing Riverview on the boards and, winning every facet of the game. That's why the score is so lopsided.
It's a Shady team that has 232 three-pointers coming into this ball game. And just taking a look at the quick scorebook, they've got 5 already in this one.
They had 25 earlier in the year at James Monroe.
Here's a steal, one-on-one, straight to the basket, up with it, and in is Grayson Shepard.
Grayson Shepard, nice job of getting in the passing lane. Their last game out against South Charleston, Shady had 14 threes in the first half.
Another steal, this time by Shepard. 2-on-1 break. Williams offers up the assist, and Shepard now has 8 quick points for the Tigers. Riverview looking to stop the bleeding. Into the front court, attacking 2 defenders that time. Cole Porter looked like he slipped and fell. And another turnover gives it back to the Tigers, but they'll give it up to Riverview. Dobbs into the front court. A one-hand no-look give offer to Cody Mullins goes out of bounds.
Replay here. Good hands by Tommy Williams. Getting the opposite hand down on the crossover dribble, able to deflect the ball and get an easy layup for the Tigers.
It's just a stifling defense that I'm watching here. This is my first opportunity to take a look at this Shady Spring team live, and Riverview, again, this is the first time these two have met, and it is not looking good for the Raiders at the moment.
Riverview looks deflated. Their hands are down on defense, and Shady's just putting on a clinic.
LaRose, another miss, and I tell you, Shady, if you want to say going cold from the three-point line the last couple of minutes. Halstead cut off on the corner, backs up, fires a three. And again, as you mentioned, the net gets flipped up.
Yeah, it shouldn't be like that in the sectional game. They should get that fixed before the sectional championship on Friday.
And you see Shepard backed off the defense a little bit.
Yeah, nice
and Halstead drilled it.
Great three-point shot by Halstead.
44-16. Just constant movement. Here's LaRose, the up and under. And Luke LaRose, a beautiful move to the hole.
Luke LaRose hanging in the air, finishing on the opposite side of the rim.
That's 5 for him. Here's Halstead from way downtown. And that one off the mark as well. 3:20 mark of the first half. And it is all Shady right now. Here's Chapman attacking. Scoop layup left baseline. No good, but a foul whistled on a shove. That's going to be Chase Porter with his second. And just watch LaRose here. Attacks the baseline.
Nice reverse layup. And then on this play right here, good job of officiating by John Mills. There was definitely contact on the layup. If Braden Chapman would have made that layup, he wasn't blowing the whistle.
Exactly.
Everybody says, it's a late whistle. Well, that's a good job of officiating with a late whistle.
They do that very well. 47-16. And Braden Chapman, one of the 2 freshman Chapmans, hits 2 of 2. Shady's been good from the foul line. Only 1 miss in 8 attempts so far. Riverview looking for some semblance of offense here. They have gotten open looks from downtown, nothing inside. Halstead looking to work. Down top. Shot put up, and that is good. And that is the first bucket of the night for Daniel Dobbs.
Double D, Daniel Dobbs. A little shuffle of the feet by Braden Chapman on the other end. Here's Dobbs on the replay. Good jump stop, little lean back on the J, knocks it down.
Yeah, good touch on that one. Backcourt pressure for Shady. Porter brings it across himself. He's going to attack the lane straight up against Chapman. He'll draw the contact. Ow. And he went down hard, fellas. And he immediately went to grab the back of his head. He fell awkwardly. We take a look at the replay here, Bob. That was a scary situation.
Yeah, went in, just,
oh.
Yeah, he got the back of his head hit the ground, and, Chase Porter's been draining jumpers. They good sportsmanship there. Was nothing intentional, but they need Porter back in the game. They'll get him over there and check him out, and I'm sure he's wanting to get back in there. The junior, how many does he have tonight there?
He's got 8 of the 18 points for the purple and white Raiders.
Yeah, and he's been hitting shots from deep. He's already went back to the scorer's table, ready to go in the next whistle. And coach and staff say, we got to check you out. And there comes the trainer to look at him.
That's a good sign. He's got a wry smile on his face, which means he's okay. He'll be checked out, and checking in will be Peyton Hale, the 5'8 sophomore, to do the free throw shooting.
Well, that's good when you come in. You get to get in the scorebook as soon as you come in.
First free throw, though, misses off the side of the rim. Again, Bluefield, the Beavers won game number 1 here of this semifinal evening. They defeated Pikeview 91-71. So Bluefield, the number 2 seed in the section, awaiting the winner of this one. And again, if it is Shady Spring holding on, that's going to be a rematch of epic proportion. The two teams split the regular season, and they did not do it very, very widely. It was a very close game both times.
Both games went down to inside the last minute as the bank is open in Mercer County. At 9 o'clock at night, Braden Chapman banks a 3 in.
Everything going right here in the first half. That's the first 3 for Braden Chapman. He has 11 points now. Halstead going to try to match, and I'm telling you what, this kid can shoot the lights out of the basketball.
Well, Halstead has great rotation on that 3.
That's 5 threes for Riverview now in the first half. Great ball movement.
Yes.
You said it best. Jinx, you owe me a Coke, Bob. They missed the 3, but again, they're getting extra opportunities on long rebounds. Williams can't get that one to fall. And the loose ball all the way out to midcourt again into a Tiger player's hands. Here's Chapman attacking, backdoor cut straight to the basket. And at this point, you see Riverview now a little bit tired defensively.
Yeah, Shady's put up 53, and we still have a minute 20 to go in the second quarter. Nice pass there.
Well, Hale, the reverse layup off the mark, though. In transition, LaRose straight to the basket. In the midair, splits and switches hands to the left. And LaRose gets another one to fall. And this thing is getting out of hand early.
Got any good jokes, Andrew?
These are the ones that you always fear as a broadcaster.
Yeah, and Riverview can really shoot the ball. It's just handling the pressure defense of Shady, and they're not the first victim this year. There's been a bunch.
Yeah, there have. Dobbs, another one of those fadeaway jumpers off the mark. Under a minute left here in the first half. All Tigers in the white and navy blue. Here's a right baseline 3, and that was Braden Chapman, so that's the 7th 3 of the ball game for the Tigers.
Well, Braden Chapman shoots him from the left side, shoots him from the right side. What's that, 4 threes for him? 12, 14? I know, 2 threes. I'm looking at your score sheet now. 6, 8, 10, 12, 14.
Good sign
for Braden Chapman. Wow.
Good sign for Riverview as Chase Porter checking back into the ball game. So he got checked out, and he's good to go.
So the law firm of Chapman & Chapman has 5 of Shady's 7 threes.
Now top, here's a reach foul listed on Gray Hazuka, who's checked into the ball game. All name team here at this Region 3 Section 2 tournament. Speaking of that first meeting, Shady Spring went into Bluefield's house and took a 3-point victory, 73-70. Bluefield went on the road and got 74-63.
That was sometimes that SSAC site.
Was it flipped?
Yeah,
of
both of those.
course.
That's okay. Both of those teams. Shady won at Shady, 7
So they
by
held on, sir.
3. And then Bluefield won by 11 at their place, but it was late.
You know, I should know better than to believe everything I read on the WVSSAC website. In fact, I was at the scorer's table changing numbers and names before this one started. 8 seconds left. Here's Chapman attacking. The lob up and in for LaRose. Wow.
LaRose catching it with one hand, finishing. Nice pass by Chapman.
What a finish to an incredible outpouring in the first half for Shady Spring. They are dominant, 60-21 on top of the Riverview Raiders. We'll take a break for our sponsor. When we come back, recap the first half and give you some stats. You're watching Region 3 Section 2 action here on Video Productions.
When you or your family need medical attention, get convenient health care at Prompt Care. Family practice for both well and sick visits, and they offer emergency care with x-ray and labs. Get excellent care at Prompt Care in Daniels.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Make your next car buying experience easy at Midstate Ford or Northside Automotive at Northside Drive in Summersville. We've got 9 great brands in one giant location: Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat, Ford, Chevy, Buick, GMC. That's right, folks, just off Route 19 in Summersville, West Virginia's premier car dealership, Midstate Ford and Northside Automotive. Just a short drive from anywhere. Visit us today.
State your name, sir.
I'm Bill Wooten, and I'm running for Supreme Court.
Are you a married man?
47 years?
And 30 years in the National Guard.
Does she call you Colonel?
No.
So, Colonel, am I your favorite grandchild?
Objection!
Sustained.
Vote Bill Wooten Justice. This one's easy.
Hey, Granddad, I'm really the favorite, right?
I could use your vote.
My car was totaled, and I had just had it 8 months.
Every case is different, and every case is important.
I just felt comfortable knowing they were taking care of stuff.
Our most important job is to take care of everything, so you can focus on recovery.
They made me feel like I was special, like they were working just one-on-one with me.
Carol's case mattered. We like to take care of our own.
I did matter to them.
Call Farmer Klein and Cam, because around here,
you matter.
Call 346-5990.
When you or your family need medical attention, get convenient health care at Prompt Care. Family practice for both well and sick visits, and they offer emergency care with x-ray and labs. Get excellent care at Prompt Care in Daniels.
Coach Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign and tell them Hugs sent you.
We welcome you back inside the Princeton Senior High School Gymnasium at the half. Region 3, Section 2 tournament action here in the state of West Virginia on Video Productions. Glad you could join us. My name is Andrew Miller. I'm joined by the two-time NAIA National Coach of the Year, Bob Bolin. And Bob, you got to be impressed with what you just witnessed in the first half for the team that has been ranked #1 in the state for a majority of the season. They are listed as number 1 in one poll, number 3 in another. They're right up there with the best of them. Shady Spring showing their muscle in that first half.
Yeah, I mean, Shady Spring has ball movement that is second to none. They share the basketball. They can turn defense into offense. They play positionless basketball. And, I mean, they're a hard team to beat. Now, if things hold off like they should or like they're going to, you know, the Bluefield Beavers will be in here on Friday. And you talk about another good team. Wow, I love both of those teams. They do it differently. You know, Shady does it with the 5-guard set, and even when Haven Chapman's playing, he has the ability to step out and also be a guard. So they play the 5-guard positionless basketball, where Bluefield plays more of a 3-out, 1 in, and then the one I like, the Junkyard Doghouse, he's a kind of a half in, half out. So they play a more traditional style of basketball, but yeah, Shady Spring put on a clinic the first half here.
You know what the goal ultimately is to get down to Charleston, West Virginia for the state tournament, and this is the sectional tournament. The 2 finalists in the section will advance to regional play, and Class AA Region 3 Section 1, the number 1, 2, 3, and 5 seeds are fighting it out at the Raleigh Convention Center tonight. It is Oak Hill, number 3 seed versus number 2 Independence, and then number 5 Wyoming East facing off against number 1 West Side. So the 2 winners will face off on Thursday for the sectional championship on that side, and then they'll all come together, and the 2 sections will meet to find out who is going to shake out and move to Charleston. And again, the top 2 seeds, you would think both are coming out of this Region 3 Section 2, with Bluefield being ranked number 2 in the AP poll, Shady being ranked number 3, both of them in the top 3 in the latest Metro News Power Index poll.
And you know what's odd? That hasn't happened. I mean, every year it's either been 2 or 1 from the other region. Shady hasn't. I mean, Bluefield has represented this section many times, but and you're exactly right. When you have 2 teams ranked in the top 3 in the state, it should come from this, but ironically, it never has. I mean, Shady hasn't been to the state tournament since '93, and you were a kid then. I mean,
still in high school.
It was '94, wasn't it? I got that wrong, didn't it? It was '94. Did I miss that?
I was still in high school,
okay,
though, yes.
It was '94, and that was my first year of being a college coach, and I coached college for 19 years. So it's been a long time since they've made it to Charleston, and I know that's what they have their hearts set on, but there's a team in that other section that's always been there, and, you know, Shady Spring and Bluefield have to change the tradition, and, you know, granted, Bluefield's been there a bunch of times over the last 10 years.
No looking forward to Bluefield tonight for Shady. They came out with a pedal to the metal. For Riverview, the leading scorers, Chase Porter finished with 8 points in the first half, and he took a nasty fall. Good to see him back in the ball game, matched by Kobe Halstead with 8. Freddie Dawson comes in with a 3-point shot. He's got 3. Dobbs, who averages 13 a game, had just 2 points in that first half. For Shady Spring, 3 in double figures and 1 nipping at the door. Braden and Cole Chapman, 16 for Braden, 15 for Cole. Tommy Williams with 10, Luke LaRose with 9, Grayson Shepard with 8, and then Haven Chapman, the senior brother, with 2. And again, 7 three-pointers for Shady in that first half. 60-21 is your score at the half. Take a break back to our sponsors. When we come back, second half action from Princeton High School here on Video Productions.
Your next car buying experience easy at Midstate Ford or Northside Automotive at Northside Drive in Summersville. We've got 9 great brands in one giant location: Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat, Ford, Chevy, Buick, GMC. That's right, folks, just off Route 19 and Summersville, West Virginia's premier car dealership, Midstate Ford and Northside Automotive. Just a short drive from anywhere. Visit us today.
I'm Bill Wooten. I'm running for our Supreme Court. I said our court, not those with money and power. Our court.
Labor and business, Democrats and Republicans, they're all
running for elected. If I didn't think I was the most qualified to serve, I wouldn't run.
This one's easy.
I'm Bill Wooten, and I promise to serve you with honor.
When you or your family need medical attention, get convenient health care at Prompt Care. Family practice for both well and sick visits, and they offer emergency care with x-ray and labs. Get excellent care at Prompt Care in Daniels.
Coach Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign and tell them Hugs sent you.
The earth beneath my feet is turning like a wheel and beating like a drum.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications or strings or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
We welcome you back inside the Princeton Senior High School Gymnasium. Live streaming coverage of Region 3, Section 2, West Virginia High School AA action here on Video Productions. I'm Andrew Miller, joined by my partner, the two-time NAIA National Coach of the Year, Bob Bolin. Working the boards for us tonight, and I tell you what, this guy, I should say, was the most stressed human being in the entire building. Robbie Mounts, he had to do a ton of work just to get us on the air, get the internet working, and he did a tremendous job under a lot of pressure. And so we thank Robbie for working the boards and running wild. Cameron Strobel is working our cameras up top, so we got a full crew here tonight, Bob, and we've been witness to quite a performance here in the first half for Shady Spring. If you're a coach, so if you're Riverview head coach Roger Hale, how do you approach halftime? How do you approach this second half with the lead being so big for the opposite team?
Well, I mean, you look at it, they only have one senior playing out there, Freddie Dawson. So you're thinking about next year. You're thinking, don't drop your heads. They're making shots. You tell them, hey, sometimes we have great defense on them. They're making shots. Just keep playing. Let's try to take care of the basketball a little better, get a few easier shots, and let's just, try to do the best job we can do. Got to get back on defense and be fundamentally sound. They can't run past shooters and give open threes like LaRose just hit.
You're running up against the buzzsaw. You just battle your heart out until the end. That'll give LaRose double figures at 12, and that is the 8th three-pointer of the ball game for Shady Spring. Here's Dobbs, who had just 2 points in the first half. And again, he's the leading scorer. He averages the double-double, 13.9 and 10.6 rebounds. And he now has 5 with that 3.
The Riverview standing too much in that zone. All 5 got to move every time the ball moves. And when you're going to stand against a team that can move the ball and play positionless basketball, it's going to get you.
And the thing is this is not a necessarily tall Tiger team. Riverview is not working a lineup that's much bigger, so it's really just 50-50 attacking the rim on those loose ball rebounds, and Shady right now just out hustling Riverview.
They are, and I think Riverview's a little down about the score, but you got to keep playing. Good pass, great job by Shady filling the passing lanes.
Here's LaRose into the front court, works it over in the corner, and another three-point opportunity is up, and another one drops for Braden Chapman, his third, to match his brother Cole.
Yeah, they got to get that fixed before the championship in here. You have the nets going up. I mean, what if that happens? Somebody hits a 3, 10 seconds in a tie game with Bluefield and Shady, and the other team wants to get it out and run. They have to stop the game, pull the net. The defense gets to set up. That could be a deciding factor, and it shouldn't be like that in sectional play.
Yeah, it disrupts the flow of the basketball game. Another 3 opportunity, LaRose misses, but again, another offensive rebound.
Pass.
No-look give from LaRose, and Williams ruins the assist for LaRose. 68-24, though. That's about the only thing going wrong for the Tigers at the moment. Here's an attack by Dobbs, who's getting going here in the second half. He's got 5 here in the second, 7 overall.
Nice little one-legged fadeaway.
Oh, man, but I think Riverview legs may be gone after being pressed the entire first half in the backcourt
And unforced turnover there by Kobe Halstead.
5:58 mark of quarter number 3. Again, Shady Spring just one loss on the season, and that is to the team awaiting them in the sectional championship, Bluefield.
Cole Chapman passes to Braden Chapman. Cole Chapman, I know it's your first Shady game, never shows any negative body language, positive body language. He just goes out and plays.
Here's an attack, drive, and dish to the right, or sort of the left wing. 3-point for Dawson off the mark, and Shady out in transition quickly. A trailer, and that's Williams straight to the basket, splitting 2 defenders.
Yeah, I don't know how much more. They're up 48, and I know you want your starters to get some playing time, but Ronnie Olson usually doesn't sub until the fourth quarter, and
again, I'll ask you as a former coach, Bob, how do you approach the situation if you're up by this much? And again, as you said, you want to get your guys time on this floor, time with these rims, because you got to come back here and you got to try to win another game.
Right, and as much as, they've really shot well. I mean, you tell them, you're honest with them on timeouts. We're getting ready for Bluefield. We're getting ready for the number 2 team in the state that's ranked ahead of us, and you keep playing. And, I don't think that's bad. I think bad sportsmanship will be taking it easy. Now, you may get out of your press, but you keep playing hard, you keep rebounding hard, and that's just what you're supposed to do.
Now, you play in the half-court sets as hard as you can play until the time comes when you get out of the ball game. And I think if you look at Coach Roger Hale, I don't think he's taking anything from this. It's just the Tigers are doing what they do. They're running their offense. They're getting wide open looks. You can't tell a kid like LaRose not to shoot that basketball at that point.
Yeah, LaRose knocks another one down, and Bank is open again.
Nice looking shot for Dalton Roberts, his first points of the night.
Boo, right? Boo, Roberts.
Boo, Roberts. I messed it up. I even found out from a relative at the scores table that he prefers Boo Roberts. He's just a freshman. And Boo Roberts, a high arcing shot.
Boo, I like it.
In our little general stores, replay. Great prices, convenient places. Visit your local little general stores.
I think Ronnie Olson's telling him you're going back in, and he's stuck with that all year. The worry is you get a twisted ankle.
Yep,
you're getting ready for that. That's your worry. The best thing that happens is team unity. You bring your team together by everybody getting to play. Everybody's got a little giddy up in their step tomorrow at school. And if you do put your starters back in to start the fourth quarter, you may give them 2 minutes max, and just to keep them in the flow of the game. And Riverview ran into a buzzsaw, and you think one game Shady against Independence, Shady only won by 14, and Riverview scored 100 against Independence. It's been one of these things where Shady's played really well, and Riverview, the breaks haven't gone their way, but Kobe Halstead can shoot it from deep.
That's the third 3, and that might have been from Bluefield. So, again, Riverview continuing to battle against this Shady team, and here's a steal now by Dawson. He'll pull up for 3. Top, and that's back-to-back buckets for Riverview. The Raiders continuing to fight, and again, you've been in this game a long time. I played this game too. You cannot afford to underestimate an opponent. You come in here if you're Shady, and you do exactly what you have to do to get the big lead, because we have seen all too many times. You think about, I go back to the football reference of Appalachian State and Michigan. Appalachian State goes into the big house. No one expects them to have a chance, and they upset Michigan. That can happen in sports.
Yeah, it can. I don't think they're coming back from 50, Andrew.
Not
think
on
that's
this
your
one.
Announcer voice. But if it was the first quarter and it was 24-12, I could go with you on that. And, about your Appalachian State, Michigan, I was actually staying at Myrtle Beach with one of the assistant coaches and got to talk about that game with him and what they were thinking. It was a real neat experience.
Nice rebound and putback there.
Jaden Holstein He's only a freshman. Expect big things out of that young man.
I'll tell you, I couldn't be happier that you're up here in the booth because speaking of the SSAC website, he's listed as number 44 on the site. And he's number 22.
Now here, Riverview's shooting it like we thought they could start in the game.
That is the second in the second half for Freddie Dawson. He also had Chase Porter hit another one. He's got 3. Here's Duncan to try to match. That's off the mark. And another offensive board for the Tigers. Man, oh man, they are just owning the glass.
Cole Chapman. And I'll tell you, you asked about Roger Hill a minute ago. When the fourth quarter starts, you look up at the score. And if you're down 44, you say, let's win this quarter.
Yep.
Let's win this quarter. I mean, the whistle's going to blow and you keep competing for something. You know, you're not going to outscore them by 44 in the fourth quarter, but you say, let's beat them this quarter.
Another 3 for Dawson. My goodness, that is 3 in this quarter.
Yeah, Freddie Dawson can shoot. Kobe Halstead can shoot it. Chase Porter has shown he can shoot it. But Shady's got a few shooters on that end, too.
You know what I like to see here is almost a resurgence of energy for Riverview. Hit some shots here. Here's a nice spin move. High side by Haven Chapman.
Yeah, Haven Chapman with a strong finish after the spin move.
But we saw at the end of the second quarter, Bob, Riverview looked basically dead on their feet. They've come out with a little bit more fire and intensity here in this third quarter.
Yeah, you know, when that ball goes in the basket a few times, it kind of lifts your spirits, and usually you play a little better on the defensive end.
Here's a 3 thrown up on the right wing. That's off the mark. Hazuka with it, and another offensive rebound for Chapman. Over to Chapman. Chapman with the rebound. I'm kidding. That time it was Holstein.
I told you, that's the only time I can do play-by-play is when 4 of them are in there. And guess what? Dane is at home, had his wisdom teeth removed, recovering, hopes to be back Friday. And you know, that group does everything together. And I'm sure they miss Dane here tonight. But 90-43, he's going to get another game, another chance.
Holstein, first free throw missing.
Holstein, yeah, great job there. Holstein getting the tip rebound. Holstein listed at 6'5" with the hair. He's 6'8.5". He's a great track athlete, too.
Second free throw.
Track started here this week at the high school. He's a great track athlete.
0 of 2 from the line. All the way out top over the right
He's letting
wing.
it go. Oh, head fake.
Porter was going to pull from deep. Oh, in and out for Porter at the 2-second mark. Rebound comes down. Will it be another one for Dawson at the buzzer? Dawson hit 3 in the quarter, looking for number 4. It will not fall, and it will be a 90-43 advantage for the number 1 seed, Shady Spring. We'll take a break for our sponsors. Come back. Fourth quarter action here on Video Productions.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications or strings or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
When you or your family need medical attention, get convenient health care at Prompt Care. Family practice for both well and sick visits, and they offer emergency care with x-ray and labs. Get excellent care at Prompt Care in Daniels.
Coach Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign and tell them Hugs sent you.
We welcome you back inside the Princeton Senior High School Gymnasium. Video Productions live streaming coverage of West Virginia High School basketball. Region 3, Section 2, semifinal action. Bluefield took care of business in round 1 this afternoon as they defeated Pikeview 91-71. They await the winner of this one, which, barring some sort of miracle, will be Shady Spring, the number 1 seed. So the rubber match, the third game, the two teams split the regular season.
Tyler Mackey,
a freshman.
Now you think about this. Here's Haven Chapman getting offensive rebounds. Watch it, Haven Chapman with the kick out. Tyler Mackey knocks it down. But here, I mean, you think about that. the senior don't care about getting his name in the paper, how many points he scores. He kicks it out to the freshman who knocks it down. Now, Shady's got that going. And when one of my favorite sayings in coaching was so much more can be accomplished when nobody cares who gets the credit. This team's getting that way. I mean, if they really feel that way, they share the ball. I don't even think they know how to read the paper, or let me rephrase that. They don't read the paper. They don't care how many points they get. And that's a tribute to the coaching staff, and that's hard to do with kids and young kids and wanting attention. And, boy, they share that ball. Give them credit, and this is the subs in the game, and they're sharing it.
Lou Roberts on a drive, dishing to Hale. And again, you got to have glue guys on a team if you're going to make it to Charleston and make a run, and that's what Shady Spring does have. These two teams have shot very well here in the second half. Well, Shady throughout. Here's another three-point attempt. Pazuka off the mark. Rebound comes down to Dobbs. He'll attack the lane, pull up 15-footer high in the sky. And Dobbs has really got it going here in the second half. He had just 2 points at the half.
Yeah, Dobbs has a nice pull-up mid-range game.
He's got 9 now, and here's a pump fake drive and pull. And another freshman, Tyler Mackey, another bucket.
Yeah, Tyler Mackey says, I can give this pump fake. And you know what I like about it? No smiling, no, I'm happy to get in the book. He got back and played defense.
Dobbs tries another one from the free throw area, missing. These two teams, as I mentioned, they have shot well in the second half. Shady throughout combined for 23 three-pointers. 12 for Shady and 11 for Riverview. Holstein in the lane trying to feed a pass. And it's stolen by Boo Roberts down the lane. A nice scoop shot put up. And that one is, again, someone who is not on my roster. You got a 32 there?
Michael Picklesheimer.
All right, you got him. And he's got another one. Picklesheimer down the lane, but it's stripped away by the senior Haven Chapman with 5:41 left. So Coach Ronnie Olson going to dig a little deeper into the bench.
Yeah, and he did not go back with the starters to start the fourth quarter, which I think is a good move. I mean, you're up 50. If somebody twists an ankle and you don't have them for Monday's game, for Friday's championship game, I think it was a smart move by him. And plus, these other guys work hard in practice. They get some great playing time.
It gives them an opportunity to get in the ball game. Speaking of in the ball game, Jacob Atkins, a 6'3 sophomore, and you mentioned that. If you're Coach Roger Hale, you look down the roster and you say, listen, we've got one senior on this team. The rest of you guys are coming back next year. Let's continue to look forward to the future, because tonight we ran up against a buzzsaw that a lot of teams have seen.
Yeah, and 22 of them have stepped up to the plate, and 21 of them have went home a loser when they played against Shady. So Riverview has nothing to hang their heads about. They broke the century mark in a game this year. They've had some good wins, and Shady just too strong. And now it's 47 going into the fourth, and now it's at 48. So Riverview needs to keep that in mind and see if they can win the quarter.
And that is the goal each quarter now. If you're down, Riverview, you look at the season, they'll finish with a winning record. They are 12-9 coming in, so they'll end up at 12-10. They won a lot to begin their season. They won 5 of their first 6. 9 of their first 11. 10 of their first 12. So they were 10-2 at one point in the season. And then they hit a run later in the season. They just struggled to get victories. Lost to Phelps, Kentucky, Man twice, Holstein, Virginia, Independence, Mercer Christian, and Sherman before rounding out their season with a victory over Mount View and then defeating James Monroe to get to this point.
Yeah, the Fred Gray Hasuga, the senior, just replaced Tyler Mackey. Went by the bench. I think one of the coaches said, Tyler, you're making us look bad for not playing. You got 5 points in 2 minutes. You got to take a break. Tyler Mackey putting that ball in the basket for the Tigers.
95-47, so the rematch is just 4 minutes and 35 seconds, and then a couple of nights away. Shady, Spring, and Bluefield, top 3 teams in the state of West Virginia in Class AA.
Oh, good
nice pass. One-handed from the left wing. That was a fastball with some heat on it underneath, intended for Hazuka.
Yeah, Hazuka's pass out to Jordan, not successful, but the initial pass to Hazuka, like you said, had some heat on it.
Cameron Mans, is he a baseball player? Is he a pitcher?
Boy, hey, I don't know if you're just good or you did your homework. Yes, he was a backup quarterback on the football team.
Oh, he's going to try to look to put his name on the scorebooks. Cannot get that one to fall. In the front court, some nifty dribbling by Picklesheimer underneath, and then he'll lose it. And we're under 4 minutes remaining in the semifinals of Region 3, Section 2. Top two teams will advance. They'll face off against each other, and just winning tonight means that no matter what the outcome is Friday night, both Shady Spring and Bluefield will be in the co-regional finals. And again, the Section 1 teams playing tonight at the Raleigh County Convention Center. Number 1, West Side. Number 2, Independence. Number 3, Oak Hill. And number 5, Wyoming East. The top two coming out of that section will face Shady or Bluefield.
Well, you know, if things go to pat like they're supposed to go, which we know in postseason tournament that doesn't happen as Todd Duncan blocks one out of bounds. But, you know, West Side's the 1 seed. So if everything goes like it's supposed to, the loser of the Shady Bluefield game has to go to West Side. And West Side's got some players. They got 2 good quick guards. They got a couple big men, 6'5" or 6'6". I mean, West Side puts fear in some people.
And a tough environment in which to play.
Oh, yeah.
Renegades team. Here's Hale from way downtown.
Hey, he called it. Look, I like it when you bank on it. You don't smile and let everybody know. You make them think, did I mean to do that or not? Hale with the bank shot.
He missed 2 free throws earlier when he came in for the injured Porter. Here's a nice drive. And a shot put up and in by Samuel Jordan.
Another freshman, Sam Jordan, with a nice backdoor cut in the finish.
And Hale missed the free throws. He said, I got to back it up about 5 feet behind the line. Here's Holstein missing the alley-oop dunk, and it was almost down.
I saw it in Todd Duncan's eye. Great pass. Holstein usually would flush that down. Didn't have his steps right. That would have been a nice dunk for the freshman.
The big boy Jacob Atkins getting on the scoreboard. And again, you look at the score, and at the moment, Riverview winning this final quarter.
Let's see. Now, I'm sure that's what Roger Hill talked about before the quarter. Let's win this one.
When you're down 33-5 with some nifty dribbling, Hale, but then he has his pocket pick.
Yeah, he doesn't see him behind him.
Is he going to try it again? Here's Holstein.
Oh!
Holy cow!
I liked him all year. I think he's athletic. He will be a starter for Shady next year. Look at this. Duncan comes in, had some contact, threw it up. Look at Holstein. What an athletic move. I'm telling you, Shady has a lot of seniors, and they're losing them. And you got the 2 little Chapmans back. And then you got Todd Duncan will be a senior, and then there's a bunch of guys that'll be gone next year. So Holstein's going to be counted on to step up to the plate, and he's not disappointing.
It's got to be the hair on that one. In midair, contorted his body and just flipped it up behind his head, and it goes through. What a shot! And
he may get a dunk before this one's over.
Another shot put up and in by Jacob Atkins. He's got a couple. And I even failed. I was so impressed by that, I failed to write down his score. Here's Hazuka for 3, and he's on the board now.
And the century mark has been broken by Shady. That's 102. And puts them up 1 this quarter.
You think back to the first quarter when it was 33-5, and you think Riverview could have just packed it in. They continued to fight throughout this one.
Yes, I agree with you 100%, Andrew.
Another opportunity, and I'm telling you what.
He likes that bank.
Yeah, this kid Peyton Hale, a sophomore. Back in the ballgame, Tyler Mackey trying to put it back up and in. 45 seconds remaining. And this one will be in the books. Duncan going to try to fire from 3. That one's off the mark. Holstein another shot, or another rebound and a shot. There's Duncan on the steal with 25 left. He wants a 3, and Duncan's got it. That's his first bucket of the night.
I think everybody on Shady's roster is in the scoring column now.
I don't know. I'm losing track. There's a lot.
107.
Here's Cody Mullins attacking
pass.
the basket. Gives it to Picklesheimer. Reverse layup is no good. 5 seconds left in this one, and it will go out of bounds with 3.2.
And pointed towards Riverview. That's called game management.
Yes.
We
don't want to run back down the floor. It'll be one final inbound.
John Mills. Let's see where their dressing room is. See if John Mills was trying to save a trip. If their dressing room's on that end, Andrew. 31
Here's
for the
Mullins
three.
for 3, and he almost
Look
drops
where their dressing room is, Andrew.
Yep, they're heading right to the side.
John Mills is smarter than we thought. Woo! Shady shot that basketball again tonight.
Final score, 107-54. Shady Spring advances. The rubber match will continue on Friday night right here from the Princeton Senior High School Gymnasium. We'll take a break for our sponsor. When we come back, recap the ball game, give you some stats, and wrap things up here tonight on Video Productions. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7.
When you or your family need medical attention, get convenient health care at Prompt Care. Family practice for both well and sick visits, and they offer emergency care with x-ray and labs. Get excellent care at Prompt Care in Daniels.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Make your next car buying experience easy at Mid-State Ford or Northside Automotive at Northside Drive in Summersville. We've got 9 great brands in one giant location. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat, Ford, Chevy, Buick, GMC. That's right, folks. Just off Route 19 in Summersville, West Virginia's premier car dealership. Mid-State Ford and Northside Automotive. Just a short drive from anywhere. Visit us today.
State your name, sir.
I'm Bill Wooten, and I'm running for Supreme Court.
Are you a married man?
47 years?
And 30 years in the National Guard.
Does she call you Colonel?
No.
So, Colonel, am I your favorite grandchild?
Objection!
Sustained.
Vote Bill Wooten Justice. This one's easy.
Hey, Granddad, I'm really the favorite, right?
I could use your vote.
My car was totaled and I had just had it 8 months.
Every case is different and every case is important.
I just felt comfortable knowing they were taking care of stuff.
Our most important job is to take care of everything so you can focus on recovery.
They made me feel like I was special, like they were working just one-on-one with me.
Carol's case mattered. We like to take care of our own.
I did matter to them.
Call Farmer Klein and Cam because around here,
you matter.
Call 346-5990.
When you or your family need medical attention, get convenient health care at Prompt Care. Family practice for both well and sick visits, and they offer emergency care with x-ray and labs. Get excellent care at Prompt Care in Daniels.
Coach Bob Huggins here at your local Little General store. As I travel this great state, it's nice to know that almost anywhere I go, there's a local Little General nearby. So the next time you're on the road, look for the Little General sign and tell them Hugs sent you.
We welcome you back inside the Princeton Senior High School Gymnasium, and the score on the page is 107-54. The number 1 seed in the Region 3 Section 2, Shady Spring. Dominant performance from start to finish. Give Riverview a lot of credit. They battled tough in the second half, but this was a Shady Spring team that is on a mission to get back to the state tournament for the first time since 1994. They wanted a rematch with Bluefield. They've got that on Friday night right here from this same facility. So all things going right for Shady Spring here tonight as they improve to 22-1 overall, and they advance to the championship of Region 3, Section 2. Taking a look at the scoring for Riverview, leading the way was Freddie Dawson. He had 12 points, all on threes. He had 4 3-pointers tonight. Backing him up was Kobe Halstead. Halstead had 3 threes of his own, finished with 11 points in the ball game. Chase Porter finished the ball game up with 10 points. Again, he had that nasty fall, came back from it and hit another shot, and he finishes with 10. And then Daniel Dobbs, the leading scorer for this Riverview Raider team, held in check for just 2 points in the first half, finished with 9 overall on the night for Riverview. For Shady Spring, they had 4 double-figure scores led by the freshman Braden Chapman. He finished with 23 points. He had 3 3-pointers on the night, went 2 for 2 from the free throw line. His brother, Cole Chapman, finished with 17 points. He had 3 3-pointers on the night as well. Backed up by Luke LaRose, who had 20. LaRose was held in check a little bit in that first half. He had 9 in the first half, exploded for 3 threes in the second half, and he finishes with 20 on the night. Chipping in 9 was Grayson Shepard, and then Haven Chapman with 4, and he did a lot of that dirty work inside that doesn't often show up on the scoreboard. So, Bob Olin, your thoughts on this ball game and your thoughts looking forward to that big rematch on Friday night?
Well, this one, Shady shoots the ball too well to play a zone against them. They were able to shoot it. They were able to turn defense into offense. And for the preliminary game, they did what they were supposed to do. Now, getting ready for Friday, I don't know, this generation would call it Tyson Fury against Wilder. We would call it Ali Frazier. I mean, it's two of the top teams in the state. It's time to get it on. It's time to figure out, you say which team, let's figure out which one's the best. Well, they may play again in Charleston.
Yeah.
So you don't know with the setup the way it is now, but it's 2 teams. These kids have played each other since they were in the 3rd grade. The Generals against the Bluefield team, and I mean, and LaRose was playing with the Shady kids back in the 5th grade when they all played each other. So this goes way back. 2 great teams, man. I love both of them. I love how Shady shares the ball and their positionless basketball. I love Bluefield's intensity and how Cruz play. It's just time to throw the gloves off, fix those nets, get some different nets that don't flip up, and maybe let them warm up 5 minutes, and let's just go get it on. It's time.
Both teams held serve at their home courts, and so they're going to have to figure out who can do it on the neutral site here at Princeton High School. So game number 1, it was 91-71 Bluefield, the 2 seed, and the number 1 seed Shady Spring dominant over Riverview here tonight in the second one, 107-54. Again, championship action on Friday night right here from the Princeton Senior High School Gymnasium. We'll be here with coverage before the start of that one, and we'll have that championship ball game right here on Video Productions. So thankful you guys could join us here tonight for our entire coverage of both games. And again, we'll be in action throughout the week and throughout the next few weeks, all the way up through Charleston. We'll be there to provide you with coverage here on Video Productions. Our entire broadcast crew, I'm Andrew Miller. My partner is the 2-time National Coach of the Year in the NAIA, Bob Bolin. Robbie Mounts, boy, what a day this guy has had. He is our production manager, been manning the boards, and Cameron Strobel has been our cameraman for tonight. So thank you so much for joining us here on Video Productions. We'll be back on Friday. Good night and good evening.